All right, if you're with us online, we are about to get going. Welcome to Pump. All right. Transitions are a little weird now because we have to talk before we switch it over, so it's a new dynamic. If you've never been here for a pump class, welcome. A little bit about today's format and the movements we have. I listed the equipment you need online as well as the movements we'll be doing. If you don't have any of those things, don't worry, that's all right. I'll give you some different movements to do during this class. So if you're in class when you come in, I will always have the workout up on the board as well as the equipment needed that you will need for today. Switch that back over. The format of this class is we have 4 rounds that we do total. Each round is going to consist of 2 movements, okay? And each movement we're going to do for 30 seconds, all right? Movement 1, 30 seconds, then right into movement 2 for 30 seconds, all right? That'll be 1 set done, and we do 4 sets within each round. So, and then once we finish that one, we'll go right into round 2, then round 3, then round 4, and you'll get a 1-minute rest in between each round. So, if you didn't look it up, the equipment today is dumbbells and mat. So the first movement we have today is going to be floor press. So floor press, remembering all these movements, I want to make sure you're braced, you're strong, you're in that strong brace position. But basically all floor press is you're coming down onto the floor and doing a dumbbell bench press, okay? It's easiest if you have your weights on your side, so when you come back, you can just kind of pop them up with you. When we're in this position, the biggest thing we want to make sure is that we're pulling those shoulder blades back and down, lifting that low back off the ground a little bit and kind of twisting that chest up, okay? This allows you the ability to power from the floor and through the chest. When you come down, be careful that you don't hit your elbows into the ground because that could hurt your wrists a lot holding onto that weight, okay? And then we're going to press back up. What we make sure is we don't want to overly extend through that press because we want to be able to keep our scapula, our shoulder blades pulled together. If I go too far, it's going to separate them, and then I can't come back down because it's separated those shoulder blades, okay? If you're at home and you don't have weight for this movement, you can put your palms together, and you're going to do more of an inner chest press, okay? So squeezing the palms in together and then pressing straight up. And bring the hands about down to the belly button and press them up, coming up over the chest, all right? You can also do push-ups. We have push-ups coming later today too, but if you want to do push-ups instead of that, that's totally fine if you want. The next movement we're going to have is dead bug. I don't know why I stand up every time. But dead bug, we're going to be down on the floor, okay? Again, we're braced, low back pressed into the floor. We're going to have our knees up, just about the 90 degrees at the hips, 90 degrees at the knees. Arms are up in front of us. And what we're going to do here is if we're extending our left leg, we're extending our right leg. And then we're coming back to center and doing the opposite, okay? If you want to make it more difficult, you can go down, down, back up, back up. Adds a little bit more intensity to that movement. Okay, but make sure you're keeping it slow and controlled and keeping that low back pressed into the floor through that whole movement. Next one we have is push-ups. So, like I said, if you don't want to do floor press on the other one, if you're going to do push-ups, you're going to go right back into push-ups again. Feel free to switch up what variation of push-ups you want to do. Okay, that floor press will really focus on chest engagement. So if you want to go skinny stance, work more on those tricep push-ups, up to you, but you can change that up. You can do animal pose push-ups, Spider-Man push-ups, whatever it is that you want. Or maybe it's spider push-ups, I don't remember. But biggest thing of those push-ups, shoulder blades pulled back and down, lifting that chest up, hands underneath, and specifically, if you're going for normal push-ups, trying to target the chest fibers, okay? The chest is what's pressing forward, and the chest is staying active on the way back down, okay? The next one we have is burpees. So it's going to be super tiring going from push-ups into burpees. So if you need to modify those push-ups, that's okay. Just be intentional about what muscles you're working and making sure you're doing the right movements. With burpees, there's a few different options, okay? If burpees are difficult, okay, getting down, getting up is hard, feel free just to go into like a hip hinge. You can either do like a hip hinge or you can just go down into like an air squat, working on that bending movement, okay, if it's hard to get down onto the floor. And also, if you find that difficult, you can stay from here and you can jump in and jump back out, as opposed to a full come-up burpee, okay, if that movement is difficult. Within that burpee, you can make them just regular burpees. You can add, if you wanted, a push-up or a jump at the top, or you can do those explosive burpees where you're trying to power up off the floor as you're jumping the feet in, making it a little bit more, getting a little bit further off the ground, okay? Up to you want to do with those burpees. You have a lot of freedom there, so change that how you want and as you get tired. Next two movements we have are bent over high row and bent over low row. Remembering for these, really pushing those hips back and dropping that chest forward. Weight is still going to stay even on our feet. We're not shifting all that weight onto our heels. We're not going onto our toes, okay? Don't let the knees cave in that position. Keep them in line with the feet. And we're going to drop that chest as close as we can get to parallel. If you really tighten the hamstrings, that's okay. You might have to stay a little bit higher. But working into getting lower, okay? Shoulder blades are backing down. We're not letting them hang down, not letting them roll there. And for the low, elbows stay in, and almost think of pulling them back as you come up. Helps activate those lats, squeeze those shoulder blades at the top. For the high row, elbows high and wide. As you get tired of that, you can start to alternate. Say if you're doing two at a time, start to get really tired, feel free to keep one down and then do one over the opposite side, all right? If you don't have weight for those two movements, no worries. What I'm going to have you do instead, okay, is you can still do those high row if you want without weight, the static hold or the low row static hold, or you can implement some T squeezes. So remember, thumbs are up, okay, shoulder blades are backing down. You're pulling and lifting and flexing through those rear delts, through that upper back, and really holding that squeeze, okay? You can add weights if you want, but feel free to utilize that for one or the other if you want to switch it up a bit. Last movement, we have bird dogs into animal pose lifts. So remembering bird dogs, hands, knees, and feet are in line. Of course, we're braced, and you would extend opposites. Kind of the same thing as like the dead bug, but we're facing supine down towards the floor, okay, versus the opposite direction. And then for animal pose holds, hands, knees, and feet are in line. You want to try to get a wide base for this one because it's going to be difficult, okay? You're going to lift yourself up, and you're trying to shift, lift a leg, or you can try to lift an arm, or lift a foot, lift a hand, okay? Really be sure to keep those shoulder blades pulled back and down and not let those shoulders round forward in that position because you'll lose a lot of that control and power as opposed to if you're keeping that upper back braced, okay? Any questions here and online, drop them in the chat if you have any. All right, let's get ready to go. All right, starting with those jumping jacks. Remember, stay braced, stay strong, start your own pace, your own movement here, okay? If you want to limit that impact to start on those ankles, you can be right here. Remember, warm up, you don't have to try to keep the beat of the music to start. It's moving wicked quick. Let's stay braced. Remember, that's pelvic floor lifted up and in. Crystal's got me reminded for that workout. Air squats. Hips shift back and down, knees stay in line with those toes. Remember, don't lose that bracing. Pelvic floor, think of lifting your bladder up into your stomach almost. Tightening that core around that, shoulder blades back and down. Remember, glutes activated on all these squats. You don't want those glutes showing off. Marches, driving that knee up, utilizing that core, okay? Lifting and squeezing from the core. Good job, stay braced. Control that movement. One thing, whenever you're lifting a leg, try to keep that hip strong. When you lift, don't let it pop out, okay? Hold it in, control the hips. Lunges, alternating. Weights even on that front foot. We're not letting that heel come up, okay? Not letting those toes come up. We're staying braced and strong in that position. Don't collapse the torso. Knee in line with the toe. And keep that glute on. Don't let that glute shut off. Arm circles. Really gonna reach here. As far up, down, forward, and back as you can reach. When you're doing them, try not to rotate the body overly. Try to keep the torso where it is and really work through that range of motion of the shoulder. Reverse. Inchworms into the push-ups. Remember, don't round that low back. Bend those knees to walk out into that position. Control with that push-up, shoulder blades backing down. Feel free to do lower level push-ups, okay? Start from the knees, or even can lay the full body down as you do a push-up. Push-ups are difficult. Start light. Jumping jacks, round 2. Picking up that tempo, getting up to maybe 60, 70%. Let's stay braced. Don't lose that bracing. Air squats. Hips sit back down and low, almost like you're sitting on a little chair back behind you, but keep that weight even on the feet. Knees in line, glutes turned on, and we're braced. If your glutes disengage here, don't go any further. Just work on being able to keep them engaged and try to actively get a little bit deeper. Marches. Drive that knee up, core up and in, and that's what's driving that knee. Remember, don't let that hip pop out to the side. Strong structure, strong support here. Nice. Lunges, alternating. Pay attention to that balance, that control. You can add that twist towards the knee that's in front. If you feel good with that balance, that control, you can hold that position as you stay braced. Arm circles. Don't let that torso twist. Use that range of motion of your shoulders. Nice. Reverse. Hope you're all ready to sweat in that second round. That one's gonna be tough. Inchworms to push-ups. Don't round that low back, bend those knees, get into that position. Breathe through that stretch. Take a break. 1 minute. And we're working. Remember that floor press. Working on powering through the chest. Elbows at about 45. Okay, don't let them flare high and wide. Don't keep them pulled all the way in, right about in between. Shoulder blades back down, that chest lifted up as we press. On the way down, control it. Don't want to hit our arm on the ground, hurt our wrists, all right? Let's get a drink and let's get ready to go. "15 seconds. Remember, it can be easier. Get that weight set up before. You set it right next to you where you're going to use it. Know where you're going to set it down too when we go into that dead bug. 5, 3, 1. Let's go. Shoulder, remember, we're laying down on the ground. Shoulder blades pulled back and down, okay? A little bit of space underneath the low back. Don't let those shoulders round forward too far, okay? You want those shoulder blades squeeze on the ground under your back. Nice. Don't bring the elbows just a little bit lower, so maybe like down to here. Yep, right there in that position. Nice. Nice. Dead bug. Set that weight down. Wherever you are. Hands are up. Knees are up. Feet are up. Left leg goes down. That right arm is going down. Back up to center. Core is braced. Strong. Low back pressed into the floor. Remember, if you want to level it up, you can go down. Then bring the opposite side down. Then bring that first side back up. Second side back up. Up to you. Think slow, controlled. Make that movement almost 2 seconds down. 2 seconds up. Make sure you can keep that low back pressed into the ground. That core strong. Switch back into those floor press. You ran a little long on that first one, that's all right. Dead bug. Hands, knees, and feet are up. Low back pressing the floor. Try to keep those arms straight. Straighten that leg down at the bottom. Floor press. Picking that weight back up, going right back down onto the ground. Shoulder blades back and down. Power through the chest. Dead bug. Back into it. Low back press into the floor. Control that leg kick out. The arm drop down. Floor press. Last one. Woo. Remember, get those shoulder blades back and down. Lift that chest up. Where are you feeling the tension? Where are you feeling that squeeze, that stretch? Dead bugs. Woo. This is the last one. Let's go. Low back into the ground. We're braced. We're strong. Controlled. Strong movements. Take a break. Nice work. We went along on that first one because I was thinking we're in build. So that first one was like 45 seconds, and so it's like, all right, next round, push-ups into those burpees. Don't need that weight. Remember, change up that burpee to what level you want that burpee to be, okay? Don't need to push too far. If the range of motion is difficult or uncomfortable, you can stay in that top, do the squat or the hip hinge, or stay at the bottom and jump the feet in, or step the feet in and out, or you can do the full burpee. Then 20 seconds, we're going into those push-ups. Any version of push-ups you want here, up to you. What is that? Yeah, so spider push-ups is when you have your feet here, and then when you go down, you bring the knee up, and you press yourself back down, and you go to the opposite. No thanks, hard pass, hard pass. All right, and you know, we had to do a floor press into push-ups last time, so you know, gotta do it again, right? In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Shoulder blades back and down, don't let those shoulders round forward. Elbows at that 45. Don't let them flare out to the sides. Nice job. Are you pressing evenly from each side? You getting more tension on one side than the other? Pay attention to that. Burpees. Jumping in, coming to standing, bringing it back down. Remember, that's difficult. You can be here, you can do air squats, you can do hip hinge, or if you want to stay in the bottom, you can either jump the feet in, jump them out, or step in, step out, okay? Listen to your body as you get tired. What do you need? Push-ups, round 2. Good form. Quality over quantity. Nice job, nice job. Don't shrug those shoulders to the ears. Burpees. Woo. Land soft on those knees. Nice job. Let's go, let's go. Knees in line with those toes, remember. Don't let them cave in. Push-ups. Woo, round 3. Takes those breaks as you need them. Don't sacrifice that form. Burpees. Arms can't hold themselves anymore. Stay braced through these. Pelvic floor up and in. Core strong. Let's go. Push-ups. Last round, y'all. We got this. Let's go. Burpees. Last movement, y'all. Control your tempo, control your speed. You can speed it up, slow it down, whatever you need. Take a break. We did it. Round 2 done. We knew that was the burner, and we did it. Woo. Move to that recovery. Grab a drink. Nice work. Bent over rows here. If your low back gets tired, feel free to take breaks. Stand for a bit, okay? A lot of low back work. Make sure you don't lose that core, all right? Second you lose that core, low back's taking all that weight. Hold up in, strong, shoulder blades stay back and down. Once you lose here, puts more weight here. Once you lose here, it's gonna pull all that weight inside the low back. So, really stay braced, stay strong. Take breaks when you need. We're starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. High or low row, up to you, whichever you want to start with. Pay attention, is the weight going to one foot or the other? Don't round that low back. And you stay in line with those toes. We're braced. Switch that opposite one. If you're high row, now you're low. Remember, if your low back's feeling a lot, come here. You can even do some upright rows if you want. You can keep working, but if it's a lot of low back here. So if you need to switch it up, that's okay. Let's work. Don't lose that bracing. You can alternate as you get tired. Switch back into that high row. I thought too strongly of myself. Not happening for those high rows. Take those breaks when you need. Remember, if you want to switch it up, you can also be here for those T squeezes. Up to you. Low row. Switch up that need. Take a second for your low back if you need it. Back to high row. If your low back is dying, get rid of that weight. You don't have it. You can do those statics. You can be here, or you can be here. I switch all my movements up all the time. It's no biggie. Whew. Listen to your body, it'll tell you what you need. Switch into those low rows. Remember, you can always come into those uprights too. Low back's not enough, you can be right here. Bring your elbows out to the side, up, almost makes a straight line with your upper arm. Swap back to those high rows or low rows, wherever you're at. If at any point a movement's ever too much, you can completely switch up. You can go to bicep curls if you want. It's your workout, your body knows what it needs. If it's reaching its limit, switch it up. Low row. Take a break. Woo. You say that was gonna be a low back burner or what? Holy guacamole. Whole back. Remember, a big thing, especially as you get tired, when you pick up and set down weights, try to keep that neutral spine. Try not to bend and round. So you can slip a disc, a lot of things can happen in that rounding. Try to stay strong within the switch. All right, bird dogs. This is animal pose lifts. We're down on hands, knees, and feet here. Opposite arm, opposite leg, go up. Well, we got 30 seconds. I was too excited. Got down here ready to rock and roll, and we got all this time. 20 seconds left. Remember, biggest thing with this movement, honestly, all the movements, that bracing. Pelvic floor, that bladder up into the stomach. Tying that core as if it's like a corset of some kind. Whole thing is hold together. Shoulder blades backing down. Keep control. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go, bird dogs. Remember, opposite arm, opposite foot. Try to keep those hips square. Try to keep those shoulders square. If you want to add a little bit more, you can add a crunch in the center and then go back out on that same side. So you can go out, in, back out, and then to resting. Animal pose hold. Remember it's this one, okay? Hands, knees, and feet. Take a wider base, a little bit further out, that can help. Knees are up. You're gonna try and shift that weight. Lift a hand or a foot, but try not to twist the hips or that body as much as possible, okay? Remember, shoulder blades backing down. Don't let those shoulders round forward. Bird dog. Woo. Let's go. Upper back is flat, shoulder blades pulled back and down within that reach and that hold. Animal pose lifts. Line up those feet, hands. Nice. If you're getting tired, feel free to even just hold that position. You don't have to have those lifts. Don't let those knees cave in. Knees stay in line with those hands and feet. Just be right here. Stay braced. Bird dog. Let's go, we're halfway through this one. Animal pose. You need to shake those shoulders out, shake those arms out if you need a second. Let's get ready. Bird dog. Last one, y'all. Try not to let those hips rotate. Try not to let those shoulders rotate. Maintain that control. Strong, intentional movements. Animal pose. Last one, y'all. Stay with it, stay with it. Take a break. Woo! Nice work, y'all. Brutal stuff, yos. My peeps at home. Nice work. Nice job, yo. So hard to lift the arms afterwards. Shoulders are like dead. Nice job. Nice job today. starting to slow that breathing down as you're cleaning up that space. It was a toughie, y'all. Nice work today. When you're ready, starting with those breaths. Inhale through the nose on the way up. Remember to breathe into that belly. Exhale through the mouth on the way down. Finding that hamstring stretch as you come down. Find your own breathing rate here. Don't have to match mine, don't have to match your neighbors. On that next exhale, pull that arm across. Remember, keep that shoulder blade pulled back and down. Stretching the rear delt here, not the back. Through all of our stretch. We're gonna keep that slight brace posture. Just really slight, 2 out of 10. Keep those breaths stretching further on those exhales. Go and release it and switch. Go and release, pull out first arm behind, grab that elbow palm in between those shoulder blades. Another option, if this one is ever hard to get in this position, you can go up to a counter, a bar, a couch, put your elbows down onto it, press them up and drop that chest down. Go and release and switch. Go and release, drop those hands, bring them behind the back, fingertips together, shoulder blades pulled back and down, open. Go and roll that head and neck. You find a spot that feels really tight. Feel free to breathe through that spot. Release, inhale up and in. On that exhale, pushing those hips back, come down to that low, deep, full squat. Trying to keep those knees in line with those toes as much as possible. Working on being able to get the heels closer to be able to be on the floor. Shoulder blades pulled back and down. We're still in that chest up position. If you want more of that inner thigh stretch, elbows to the inside, palms together. Press those palms down. Feel free to move around in these stretches. Find what you need where it feels best. I don't know about you, Crystal, but my watch said the push-up burpees, heart rate was at like 200. That was hard. That was very hard. Remember, breathe into the belly here, through the nose and out through the mouth. Anybody have any stretching requests today? Go and release. Come down onto all fours. Dropping down into that puppy pose. So keeping those hips above the knees. Arms down onto the ground. Chest pressing in towards the floor. And breathe. If you like in this stretch, you can always bend those arms, pull those hands back. Bending those arms, going to drop them down, coming up into that plank position, stepping that left foot up and underneath, and dropping that back knee, pressing those hips into the floor. If you want, you can leave that back knee up to you. If you do have it bent, you can also pull that foot back, grab that ankle for that quad stretch as you're pressing those hips into the floor. Holding that ankle, go and drop it. And if you're in that front lift, going to lift those arms up, pressing those hips forward, stretching all through that core, those hip flexors. Go and release, drop back down, step that leg back, opposite foot up into the front. Same thing. You can drop that back knee if you prefer, or you can keep it straight. It's dropped, reach back, stretch that quad. If you're holding that ankle, you can drop it back down. If you're here, we're going to lift up. Press those hips forward. Go and release, drop it down, step that back foot up and in. Now we're going to find an area of the wall for that chest stretch. If you're at home and you've never done a chest stretch, you're going to find the area of a wall or a door frame. And make 90 degrees with the armpit. 90 degrees-ish with the elbow. Press your forearm into the door, the wall of the frame. Be sure to pull your shoulder blade back and down of the arm inside you're stretching, and then press through. Feel that stretch through that pec. Really remember, pull that shoulder blade back and down. So you're holding that humerus in position and not just pushing it forward into your shoulder caps. You can play with the height of the arm. You can go above 90, you can go below 90. Feel where you find that best stretch of where you need it. Go and release, switch over to that opposite side. Keep that shoulder blade pulled back and down. Hold that position as you press forward into that stretch. Go ahead and release, coming back to center, finishing with those breaths. If you want to continue to stretch and you're here at home, feel free as these stretches are not exhaustive. We could definitely stretch for another 15 minutes at least. But feel free to stretch if you need to go, though. We're going to close it out. 3 deep breaths into the nose, into the belly. Each breath a little bit deeper, hold a little bit longer. Exhale through the mouth on the way down. And finish with that last breath. Nice job, y'all. Great workout. If you're with us online today, don't forget to like and subscribe if you don't want to have to search for classes as they go live. Don't forget, if you want to receive email invites for classes that have the link directly to class, feel free to register online at seattleWellbeingCenter.com. With that, homework for everybody, of course, as always, good full dinner, drink water, at least 6 hours of sleep, and 6 hours of sleep. Not I was in bed for 6 hours. So maybe get in bed for 7 hours, you'll probably get 6 hours of sleep. But with that, have a nice night.